So you're interested in building a custom home here in Bluffton, South Carolina? Perfect, that's exactly what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna examine all the communities in Bluffton that you can build a custom home, so don't go anywhere. Let's get started right now. Want to know everything there is to know about the South Carolina Low Country, whether it's Bluffton, Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, or Jasper County, then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about the current market here in the South Carolina Low Country. My name is David Simcox, host of Low Country Lifestyles and a local realtor. I get calls and emails every day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make their move here to the South Carolina Low Country, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're making your move in 3 days, 3 months, or 3 years, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text, or book a Zoom call, all in the description below so I can help you find your low country lifestyle. Now, I get calls from people all the time that want to build a custom home right here in Bluffton. And number one, they want to know which builder do I go to, but they also want to know about all the different neighborhoods, all the different communities, all the different options. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm not going to get into which builders you should go with. You can call me and we can talk about that separately, but we are going to talk about the neighborhoods. We're going to talk about the different communities right here in Bluffton that you can build a custom home. And if you don't want to build in one of these communities, remember, there are still some lots and there is still some land and opportunities here in Bluffton to build a home on a site that you might not have to be in a neighborhood with a POA and with big fees associated with it. So I'm going to give you all those options today. So without further ado, we are going to jump inside my computer. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to look at all the neighborhoods and we're getting started right now. All right, so now we are inside my computer and we're going to take a look at the first neighborhood. And the first neighborhood that you can build a custom home is called Berkeley Hall. And Berkeley Hall is a private golf club. And let me show you where it's located here. So if I zoom out just a little bit, a lot of people are familiar with Hilton Head Island, which is a big tourist destination. And then right across the bridge, you move into Bluffton. And this whole area right in here is all Bluffton. So just on this side of 278, you've got Berkeley Hall. And I'm going to jump over to the Berkeley Hall. You can see the golf course here, of course, but I'm going to jump over to the Berkeley Hall website so you can get a feel for it while I talk to you about it. So Berkeley Hall is it's a private golf club. It's one of the most exclusive in the area. It has 2 Tom Fazio golf courses. It has a 30-acre practice facility. It has 6 hard-true tennis courts. It has an amazing spa and fitness center. And last year there were 8 lot sales in there. Again, you can build with whichever builder you choose to build with. You can contact me and I can point you in the right direction. I do have some great relationships with builders. And it looks like the prices in there were starting at about $90,000 for a lot. And the most expensive lot sale in the last year was $425,000. And those lot sizes were anywhere from 0.4 acres up to 0.75 acres. The buy-in to get into that private club is $80,000. And the fee is $24,000 per year to live in that community. So that is Berkeley Hall. Okay, so the next community that we're going to look at that you can build a custom home in Bluffton is Belfair. And Belfair is pretty close to Berkeley Hall. Let me show you again, just so you get your point of reference. Here's Hilton Head Island over here. We come across the bridge. We are in Bluffton. And just on this side of 278, you have Belfair. And again, it is also a private golf club community. It's about 1,100 acres. And I'm going to pop over to the Belfair website so you can get a little feel for it. And they have two 18-hole Tom Fazio golf courses. They have a 29-acre golf learning center, which is absolutely incredible. They have a 32,000 square foot clubhouse. They have 6 Hartrue tennis courts and also 2 grass tennis courts, which I think is pretty unique. And it's all overlooking the Colleton River. They also have an absolutely amazing health and fitness center and spa. They have indoor and outdoor pools. They have croquet, they have kayaking, all kinds of amazing lifestyles and amenities. Just to give you an idea, they had 10 lot sales occur in the last year, and the prices were anywhere from $55,000, and the most expensive lot sale in this neighborhood was $399,000. Lot sizes in that price range were from about 1/4 of an acre or 0.25 of an acre, all the way up to about 0.7 of an acre. To get into Belfair is going to cost you about $70,000, and then their annual membership fee to be part of the community is about $20,500 per year. All right, so that is Belfair, and let's keep moving on. All right, so now we are on our next neighborhood, and this is called Colleton River Plantation. Again, we are at a private, gated, private golf community on the same side of the road, 278, as the other ones that we've looked at so far. And again, just to get your bearings, we've got Hilton Head Island here, and then this is Bluffton over here, and Colleton River is out here, almost kind of on a peninsula, and it is about 1,500 acres. And so you can see they had about 32 lot sales last year, so more than some of the others. And I'm going to pop over here to the Colleton River Club website so you can just get a feel for it a little bit. And they actually have 2 golf courses. So they have a Pete Dye golf course and also a Jack Nicklaus golf course. And they have a Stan Smith tennis center with 5 Hartrue tennis courts. And they also have an absolutely amazing fitness center and spa. It's really, really beautiful out there. Obviously, you can see that by looking at some of this footage here on their website. They have boating facilities for fishing and water sports, and it's just absolutely amazing. So their lot prices last year, their cheapest lot, I believe, was about $50,000. And the most expensive lot sold last year in this community was $2 million. Again, you can build with whoever you want to build with. Again, reach out to me if you need recommendations. I can connect you with some of my builder friends and connections in my network. Lot sizes. So the smallest lot size was about 0.4 acres. And the largest was 4.5 acres. So we do have some larger lot sizes in Colleton River. So very cool. The buy-in to get started in this community is $90,000. And then the annual fee right now, this changes every year possibly, but right now it's about $27,000 per year. So anyway, that is the Colleton River Club, and let's move on to the next opportunity. All right, so now we're going to take a look at Hampton Hall. And Hampton Hall is right here in Bluffton. And just to give you an idea, again, a lot of times I base things off of Hilton Head Island because that's what people are familiar with. So this is Hilton Head Island, the big tourist destination. And you come across the bridge over here and we are in Bluffton. And some of the other ones we looked at so far were over here on this side of 278. And now we're coming over on this side of 278. So this is May River Road. This is Bluffton Parkway that cuts right through the middle of Bluffton. And Hampton Hall is right in here. And you can see The golf course and all these red dots represent the transactions over the past 365 days. So again, this is a private golf club, but the cool thing about this one is you are not required to join the golf club. It is optional. And there were 11 sales in this community over the past year. And let's pop over to their website so you can get a little feel for the community. And so this community has one golf course, but it is absolutely beautiful. It is an 18-hole Pete Dye golf course. And like I said, it is optional. So the golf is not going to be included in your base price. They have amazing health and fitness centers. They have indoor and outdoor pools, which I think is great. They've got a playground, they've got a clubhouse, they've got dining facilities, they've got fitness facilities. So to get into this neighborhood is going to cost you about $24,000 per year. And then it's only right about $5,000 per year. So it is actually a pretty good bargain to get in here. $5,000 per year makes it pretty doable for a lot of folks. And then if you want to join the golf club, there are various golf packages available. I actually made an entire video about Hampton Hall. So if you want to go watch that, I've got all those fees on there and you can find out more about the golf packages and fees on that video. Lot sizes are going to be anywhere from 0.3 acres up to 0.5 acres. At least that's what it's been over the past year. So some larger lot sizes, which I think is good. You don't feel like you're right on top of your neighbor. And the pricing in here, it looks like the least expensive sale in the past year was about $90,000. And the most expensive lot over the past year was about $215,000. So again, that'll give you a little bit of an overview of the Hampton Hall Club here in Bluffton. And let's move on to the next neighborhood. All right, so now we are at our next neighborhood, and this is called Hampton Lake. And this one is a little unique from the other ones we've looked at because this one does not have a golf course. The big feature in this community is the lake systems. And they have, I think it's about 130 acres of lakes in here, and people can ride their boats all around here. It is all no wake zone. Again, just to get used to the lay of the land here, we'll zoom out and you can see here's Hilton Head over here. Here's I-95, which goes north and south from up in New York down to Florida. And you exit over here and you come through Bluffton. And some of the other communities we looked at were over here on this side of 278, but this one is right next door to Hampton Hall, which we looked at a second ago. Here's Hampton Lake. And of course, all these red dots indicate the past sales. And like I mentioned, all these dark colors here, these are the lake systems. And some of these houses are on the lakes and some of them are not on the lakes, but you can still have access to the lakes because they have boats that you can use through the community center. And I'm going to go over here to the Hampton Lake website so you can get a feel for it while I tell you a little bit more information about this community. So to buy into this neighborhood, it's going to cost you a transfer fee. And the transfer fee is roughly 0.5% of the purchase price. They charge that on every sale. And then the annual dues to live in this neighborhood are only $4,222 per year. Now that can change every year. But again, compared to some of the other neighborhoods we've looked at, that's a fairly low price. There is no golf, like I said, but there is boating and there are some other absolutely incredible amenities here. So they have two different amenity centers. And at the primary amenity center, they've got all these boat docks. They've got a great fitness area, a great spa. They've got swimming pools. They have a restaurant there. I think it's called Backwater Bill's. And it's just great. They've got all kinds of tennis facilities. They have pickleball and they've got playground areas, and their resort style pool is amazing. And it's really great even for families because they've got a splash pad, they've got waterfalls. It feels like you're at some kind of tropical resort when you're at that pool. At the other amenity center, they've got another swimming pool. They actually have a thing called Crystal Lake, which is a fenced-in lake area with white sand beach all the way around it, and you can swim in it. They also have like another kids playground area over there, and it's a great lifestyle. I believe it was actually voted best club in America a few years back. So I definitely think Hampton Lake is worth checking out. Pricing, I think the least expensive lot that sold in this neighborhood last year was $75,000, and the most expensive lot was $395,000. The lot sizes range from about 0.2 acres up to about 0.5 acres, but I would say the vast majority of them are on the lower side. So they're probably closer to the 0.2 acre. A lot of people feel like Hampton Lake is a little bit smaller lots, maybe a little bit closer together than some of the other ones that we've talked about. So anyway, not many lots left in there. So if that is something you're considering, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or book a Zoom call, and we'll go through that. Again, just a few opportunities left in Hampton Lake to build a custom home. Let's keep going to the next neighborhood. All right, now we are at the next neighborhood, and this is called Oldfield. I absolutely love Oldfield. Now it is a little bit further away from some of the other ones that we've seen. So again, just to get a point of reference, we've got Hilton Head Island over here. We've got I-95 over here. This is all Bluffton. And we looked at a couple of communities over on this side of 278. We looked at Hampton Lake and Hampton Hall over in here. And then when you come up 170, like you're heading over to Beaufort, you'll see Oldfield over here on the side of 170. So we'll zoom in on that just a little bit. And as you can see, it is on the river as well. And it has some incredible golf facilities here and other amenities, which we'll talk about. So that is the general location. And while I give you a little bit more stats, I'm going to head over here to the Oldfield website just so you can get a feel for what this place looks like. Oldfield is about 860 acres. It has a Greg Norman golf course. It has indoor and outdoor pools. It has an amazing fitness center. It has dining facilities. It has a riverfront area. It also has equestrian facilities, which is a little bit unique to this area. To buy into Oldfield, you're going to spend about $50,000, and then it's going to cost you about $10,700 per year, give or take a little bit. And then there are some homes that are offered by Stanley Martin, which I think I did a video with them in that here recently. And if you buy one of the Stanley Martin homes in Oldfield, then they will waive that $50,000 transfer fee. But if you buy a lot and you build a custom home in here, you will have that $50,000 initiation fee. The lot sizes are anywhere from about 0.4 to about 0.7 on the acreage side. And the prices last year, I think the least expensive lot that sold in here was $130,000. And the most expensive lot that sold in here was $650,000. So that should give you a little bit more information about the about Oldfield. Again, that $10,700 per year. I don't believe that includes golf. So I believe you'll have to buy a golf package on top of that. That is just your base membership that gets you access to all the other amenities. So let's move on to the next neighborhood. All right, so we are moving on to one of my all-time favorite neighborhoods. And again, I made an entire video just about this neighborhood. This is Palmetto Bluff. And this is like a world unto itself. When you come through the gate of Palmetto Bluff, you're going to drive down a really long road before you even start coming into the villages. And there are multiple villages with stores and shops, and then there's bigger homes and bigger estates. And, there's almost something for everybody out there, whether you want to live in like a village style setting, or they even have people that are on 5-10 acre estates behind the gates there. But it really is absolutely beautiful. It's bordered by 3 different rivers. So you have the May River, the Cooper River, and the New River. And currently they have boating facilities and a marina and boat storage on the May River, but they're actually getting ready to build a marina and additional boat storage over here on the New River. So that's going to add to their capacity as well. So as I'm talking to you about Palmetto Bluff, I'm going to hop over to their website just so you can get a feel for it. All right, so here we're at the Palmetto Bluff website, and Palmetto Bluff is by far the largest out of all the communities we've looked at. A lot of the ones we've looked at are like 1,000 acres, maybe 2,000 acres. This is 20,000 acres within this one community, and a lot of that is nature preserve and conservation land. So that's something that's really, really, really important to these folks out there and these developers. And Palmetto Bluff, they actually have a luxury resort out there called the Montage. And so some of the facilities are, and some of the amenities are shared with the resort, but a lot of them are there only for the benefit of the homeowners and the folks who actually live full-time in Palmetto Bluff. So they have a Jack Nicklaus golf course, and I believe the word on the street is they're building 1, maybe 2 more golf courses over there over the next few years. They also have Wilson Lawn and Racquet Club. They have multiple fitness centers, and I know a couple of the fitness trainers out there, and they are absolutely incredible. They also have a boating center, so they've got riverfront, they've got dockage, they've got a haul out area. They have a boating club that you can join if you want to use that, or you can just go out on cruises. They've got paddle boards, they've got kayaks. They actually have an inshore waterway system. So there's a lot of waterways that run inside the community, and you can boat through there as well, or paddleboard or kayak through there. They have equestrian facilities, they have shooting facilities. I actually went to a fundraiser event out there for some Navy SEALs, and we did an event raising money for the Navy SEALs families at the Clay Shooting Center, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so beautiful out there. They also have some shopping and some dining. Some of the restaurants, well, actually only a couple of them are open to folks from the outside, and some of the restaurants are only open to the folks who live in there and are staying at the resort. So just know that. And again, if you want to go try one of the restaurants in there, if you go watch my video on Palmetto Bluff, I'll tell you a secret at the end of that video on how to get in and how to dine within this very exclusive private community. So anyway, within the past year, there were 38 sales for lots. There was a lot more when it comes to actual homes, but just lot sales, there were 38 sales. And they were anywhere from 0.2 acres all the way up to 2 acres, but just know that there are also some huge lots in there. I believe there's some that are even 10, 20 acres. So there is a possibility that you could acquire like a 10 or 20 acre lot and build your own custom estate or family compound or whatever you want behind the gates of Palmetto Bluff. And then pricing wise, I think the cheapest or the least expensive lot in Palmetto Bluff last year was $425,000, and the most expensive lot was $2.8 million. So that kind of gives you a range. To get into Palmetto Bluff, the initiation fee is going to be about $40,000. And then the annual base level dues are about $12,000 per year. Now that does not include any of the additional clubs. So it does get you most of the amenities, but it does not include golf. It does not include the boating club, and it does not include the shooting or the equestrian. So if you want any of those, there will be additional fees that will be added on to that if you want to utilize any of those additional amenities or services. So anyway, that should give you a decent idea about Palmetto Bluff. So let's keep moving on. All right, so now we're going to talk about home sites and land that is not within these gated private golf communities. Because I'm sure some of you are like, hey, David, I just want to build a custom home, but I don't want to pay those annual dues and I don't want to pay those entry fees to get into those private clubs. So there are some lots and some opportunities to buy land in the Bluffton area. Again, it could be 1/4 of an acre, tiny little lot. It could be 1/8 of an acre. It could be one of these little tiny lots right here in Old Town. Here you can see lots that sold for like 700,000 right here in Old Town. Here's one for 1.3 million that sold right in Old Town, 335,000. So yes, you can buy a little lot, and you're not bound by the rules of a neighborhood and a POA. You will still have to, of course, follow the rules of either the town of Bluffton or the county of Beaufort if you're buying something in unincorporated Beaufort County. And so you can see all over Bluffton, there was some of these random lots that have been sold. And if you contact me, I can send you a list of what lots are available right now that are active. Of course, it depends on when you're watching this video. So in the past year, it looks like there were 39 sales for lots that were not necessarily in neighborhoods, and pricing anywhere from 45,000, and then they quickly rose up into the hundreds. And then it looks like the most expensive, we're getting up here into the 400s, 800s, and we got one for 6.9 million and one for like 10 million. So that gives you an idea if you are considering building a custom home and don't necessarily want to be in one of these planned communities or one of these private gated communities. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that look inside my computer and inside some of these communities. All right, thank you so much for staying till the end of the video. I hope you learned something about the different types of lots and the different types of communities where you can build a custom home. Again, if you want to build a custom home, it starts with a phone call. Give me a call, send me an email, book a Zoom call, or send me a text message and let me know that you're interested. I can connect you with some of the best builders here in Bluffton, and I can help you choose which neighborhood and which lot is best for you. Again, if you want to stay up to date with the latest in the South Carolina Lowcountry, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know every time a new video comes out. Again, my name is David Simcox, host of Lowcountry Lifestyles and a local realtor. It's been an absolute pleasure spending time with you today, and I hope to see you on the next video.